Hey guys, and welcome to Immigrant Food's Think Table. January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month, which is an issue that disproportionately affects immigrants who are often afraid to report any abuse because they're afraid of being deported. When you think of human trafficking, you often think of sex trafficking, but actually human trafficking falls into two categories. One is sex trafficking, which is the harboring of an individual for commercial sex, and the second category is labor trafficking, which is harboring an individual to work against his or her will. For this issue, I spoke with Ayuda, which is an NGO that works and specializes in helping victims of human trafficking. I also had the privilege of speaking with Panga, who is a victim of labor trafficking from Malawi. Let's hear more about this important issue.
Ayuda's been serving victims of human trafficking for quite some time now. Our legal staff are experts in cases of human trafficking, both identifying and then assisting our clients with immigration remedy, which is a T visa that we use for most of our trafficking survivors. In addition, we have expertise on the social services side, working with survivors of human trafficking and making sure that they're able to leave the situation safely and have their needs met as they are trying to recover from this abuse.
Washington, D.C. is a hotspot for trafficking. One of the big types of trafficking that we see in the area are foreign dignitaries who bring domestic workers to D.C. because D.C. has a really high number of diplomats or people who work for the IMF or the World Bank. A lot of these individuals have brought domestic workers here to work for them on special diplomatic visas, and then once these domestic workers have arrived, they're often treated to really bad labor conditions and often labor trafficking.
Finally, Panga is one of these foreign domestic workers. She's a survivor of labor trafficking brought to the United States to work for a diplomat from Malawi.
I wasn't getting medical care at all, no time off. Working more than 17 hours a day. The living was horrible. I was terrified. My trafficker was yelling at me every time. I did not understand. And she was telling me like that I can do anything. I'm a diplomat. I cannot get in trouble. When he ran away, I was scared because where am I gonna run away? I didn't know anybody, and she's the only one I know in this country because I couldn't speak English at the time.
In 2000, Congress created an immigration benefit called the T visa, which allows victims of human trafficking a chance to stay in the US. But many immigrants are afraid to apply for this visa in the first place.
According to the law, there are a maximum of 5,000 T visas available. The number of applications has never gotten even close to that. There's usually about 1,000 filed a year, and so unlike a U visa, which also has a cap and is exceeded every year, the T visa doesn't even come close. And I think it's primarily because victims don't know that what has happened to them is human trafficking, and a lot of lawyers and legal practitioners don't think about the issue or don't screen for it in the same way as they screen for other types of remedies. So a lot of cases, we have a lot of people who come to us who have already had immigration lawyers and have already done consults and screenings with our other immigration lawyers and are clearly survivors of human trafficking, and nobody has ever asked them about it before.
If you suspect human trafficking, you can call the National Human Trafficking Hotline and they will alert the authorities. To learn more about this issue for this month's Think Table, follow us on social media @ImmigrantFood and use the hashtag United at the Table. See you guys next month for our next issue.